Well, welcome to another episode of NFL Fantasy Matchup. Here we are back again. I'm actually over in Orlando today. Jimmy is in Arizona. Jed, are you at
I'm in
home?
I'm in
Or
Oklahoma. I am in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
very good. Okay. Well, hey, look, I mean, reactions to week 5 as well to any of the rookie running backs, no, more so backup running backs did really well. Some injuries that are happening, some crazy games that should have won that did not win. What are your initial thoughts as we wrap up week 5?
Well, you're right on the backup running backs. I was talking about Dowdle with Carolina had a huge game,
Mhm.
30-point game for me. That one I think
Yeah.
one in my matchup against you, Tommy. That was what put me over the edge. So that to me, this was a week where if you had been watching the waiver wires, especially with the bye weeks, and you're getting your bye week fill-ins for anyone, if you're paying attention to some of the backup running backs, you had a good chance to hit and actually still win.
Well, let me tell you something, Jed. I was really frustrated because I chose between Demarcado with the Cardinals or Dowdle with Carolina, and
Carolina.
I chose wrong, right? Like I picked Demarcado in most of the leagues, and I saw Dowdle sitting there, and I was like, crap. The one good thing that I got was I was able to get the backup. Who's the backup running back for Tampa Bay?
Yeah, Rashid White. Rashid
Yeah,
White.
yeah, so I was able to pick him up, so I was
Yeah,
happy for that
yeah.
because I figured he would be a good fill in. But who knew? I did not think Dowdle was going to be so good.
Well, Demarcado, if you
Yeah.
guys didn't see, he would
Yes,
have been
he
fine, but
messed
he
up that
threw the ball
idiot.
away. Yeah, they would have won.
Idiots.
Cardinals would have
70. You
won.
know what? These guys and their showboating. I was looking at. I was like, what is that guy? What is that guy doing? Because he would have scored some major points if he kept that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I was,
Jed and Jim, the one thing I was frustrated, if you ever have you guys ever bet on FanDuel, right? So on FanDuel, you're able to do it my way. And so literally you're able to build your own parlay with
Yep.
whatever percentage you want.
Yep.
So I
yeah.
had this 16 long list of parlays. And I did it
How do you
over 100, but mine was for Rico Dowdle over 110 yards.
get
Mm-hmm.
I
109?
won all 15 except Rico Dowdle.
Yeah.
And I put in $87 and it
Oh,
will won me $340.
Tom, you got to stop with the double digit parlays. The odds are very poor on that. You got to go under double digits. Like that's really, and even under double, I don't even like under, I don't like to go over six. I like if I'm doing a parlay, I want to be between like 3 and 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Six even is
Yeah.
like tough.
I told Tommy that I stopped doing the
Parlays.
DraftKings and
Oh, yeah.
only because I'm like I was getting so into it, Jed, and I was like, there
It
comes
sucks
a
you
point
in.
in time
Yes.
where I was
Yes.
like, it's just stressing me out. That's
Good
all
for
I'm
you.
focused on, and I
Good for
just
you.
said I just need to stop,
Yeah, good
So
for you.
yeah,
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 I hope
Yeah.
so
everyone listening can do that and know when you hit your limit and you need to take a break or you just need to stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Hey,
but it does
I
make it so much more exciting, right? So. Like right
I
now,
do
21-21, Kansas City Chiefs and Jaguars. Who are going to win? I'm
Man,
going to put money on the Chiefs to win this
who
game.
if someone put money on the Bills and the Chiefs to lose this weekend, that probably
Hmm
was a big
And
payout.
Philadelphia.
Yeah,
And
and Philly, you're
Philadelphia.
right. Those
And
three, man,
Philly, right? Yeah,
what a
yeah,
weekend.
yeah.
yeah. Well, I actually would say that I think a lot of times Jacksonville might have a good chance of winning.
You think?
Yeah.
I
I
don't
haven't
know.
been paying
Well, you know what?
attention. I
This week
saw
is the week
some.
of the upsets, right?
Yeah.
So you never know what these guys are going to end up doing.
Yeah, I'm
Hey,
impressed with New
let's
England, guys. New England has got something cooking there. I don't know. I told you my oldest son made a bet with me on either the Patriots making the playoffs or the Bears, and man, the Patriots are looking pretty good. So I don't know.
Drake May is a great quarterback. And look, Diggs, a lot of times, whether it's going against his former team, the Buffalo Bills, or not,
Yep.
he did a very good job yesterday.
Yeah, Diggs was
Yeah,
sitting on the waiver wire in at least one of my leagues, so
yeah, yeah,
you could have hit on that
yeah.
Yeah. I will probably say their running back. Hey, look, if they keep playing Ramondre Stevenson, who fumbles all the time
every game.
because
Every game.
Travion Henderson is so
Yep.
bad.
Yep. Every game fumbles every game. I'm like, how are they leaving
Yeah,
him in there?
yeah. By the way, Tom, did you see what happened with Omari and Hampton?
Yep.
Yeah, he's
Four
out for
weeks.
4 weeks.
IR.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who's the backup?
I don't know. Nobody.
Hassan something. Now, the only saving grace is, and Jim, if you get a chance, the backup running back, they are playing Miami, and the Miami defense gives up the most yardage
Mhm.
to running backs.
Yeah, yeah. See, okay, so here's my secret, right? And okay, so this year, I think I've told you guys, this year my team sucks so bad because I went in on rookies and I was thinking I could do well by getting some really good rookies, right? And I told myself I would not do that again and make that mistake. With that said, whenever I go on waiver wires, I always pick up backup running backs because running backs are going to go out sometime during the season and they're going to come back and help you.
Yeah. So the backup running back to LA Chargers is Hassan Haskins. And so let's see how he does. He'll
Oh,
be starting for the next 4
yeah.
weeks.
I think he was on Detroit for a little bit, wasn't he? Detroit Lions, Hassan Haskins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember him from Detroit.
And,
Well,
hey,
we're doing okay. In one of our leagues, Tommy, you and I are 1-2. In our keeper league, I'm 1, and then in the league 2, the second fantasy 1K matchup league, we're not doing as well, but we're doing all right.
Jed, are you doing well? Because I gave you Christian McCaffrey and you gave
Yes,
me.
Marvin Harrison. Yes, that was a bad
Yes.
trade on your part. So
Yes, it is. You know what? I'm not saying I wish that McCaffrey's going to end up getting injured, but I got to get some ROI on this guy,
hey, but
but
Marvin Harrison did okay though, right?
yes, he did
no,
okay.
12 points, but he had two chances. Remember the first play? He could have scored a touchdown and he
Yeah.
would have done really well, but he was like right on the 1 yard line. And the next time, again, 1 yard line, and they ran it in.
Well, you could have Malik Neighbors, and then your whole season would be done. So
Yeah, I know. But Christian McCaffrey, who knew, right? Who knew Christian? But hopefully long term, like remember, this is the fantasy keeper league. Christian McCaffrey's got what, a couple more years. Hopefully Harrison's gonna be there for a while.
hey, I'm gonna ride the McCaffrey and Derrick Henry train as long as I can.
Hmm. I don't know. Baltimore's not looking that good these days.
Yeah, that's true. Baltimore.
Yeah.
Man, who would have thought
Yeah.
Baltimore won? What, 1-4? That's
No,
unbelievable.
I mean, did you see Cooper Rush? He stinks.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
trouble.
So yeah.
Yeah.
ESPN
Fantasy was making fun of this one guy who bypassed a running back and ended up drafting Joe Burrow, Tyreek Hill, and who was the other one that you just mentioned who's out for the year?
Malik Neighbors.
Malik Neighbors.
Yeah.
Oh, that's painful. Yeah, Joe Burrow. That's man. That guy. Every other year, you lose a whole year of his.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's tough.
Now, the very fact that Jamar Chase came back and got 2 fluke touchdowns and Higgins, look, they shouldn't have gotten Browning is that bad.
Yeah,
Chase Brown is that
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Your offense should never have scored all those touchdowns.
Yep.
No, Chris Brown has not done anything for me, right?
Yep.
And I was thinking that they loaded up so much on those offensive weapons that he would do well, but he has not done well for me at all. So, by the way, Javonte Williams, I did not
missed
play
on
him in a
him.
couple of teams. He
Yep.
did good yesterday,
yeah.
Javonte Williams, and I've been holding on to Jaden Blue, hoping at some point Javonte Williams is going to get injured or he's going to get benched, but maybe I should just drop Jaden Blue here sometime soon.
Well, hold off on that. I think a lot of times, even though I'm a Javonte Williams, they were playing the Jets, and the Jets are that bad.
Yeah.
Hey, well, what about Daniel Jones in Indianapolis? This guy is top 10 QB now. Who would have thought that? And like we almost not looking to the Colts at all this year, but it's legit.
Yeah. He's this year's Sam Darnold, similar to what Sam Darnold did last year and Geno Smith. Geno Smith stinks this year. Sam Darnold's actually doing pretty decently in Seattle, but Daniel Jones is actually pretty good as well too. So,
and it does make you do wonder why in the world did the Bears draft Loveland versus Ty Warren?
Yeah,
Ty Warren's look good. Yep, I've got him on at least one.
Did you see that Milwaukee just hit? Did they just score a run or hit a home run or something?
No, come on, Cubbies.
Yeah, Cubbies stink. What the heck?
I've got a bet on both 7-3 in the.
Yeah, it was a grand. Wait. Yeah, it was a 3-run home run. The Cubs just don't have any pitching. Because I'm looking at it. Yeah, it's a 3-run home run.
Yeah. Speaking of the Cubs,
I've had money since beginning of the season on the Cubs and the Dodgers, Cubs or the Dodgers to
Mhm.
win. So we'll see.
But I'm
Yeah.
telling you, between Toronto, who destroyed the Yankees, and the Seattle Mariners, they're looking like pretty two really good teams.
Yes, agree.
Yeah. So, anyways, who was your surprise yesterday? Do you guys when you?
Other than the
Mm,
backup running backs we saw.
Yeah.
look, the one person that I continue to be surprised by, I thought he was good. I never thought he was going to be that good. Wide receiver Tampa Bay, Abuka.
Oh,
He
yeah.
just seems to score all the time. He just gets yardage. Baker Mayfield sees
Yeah.
him. It doesn't matter who it is. He just does really well.
That's a good one. I like I was gonna say Smith and Jigba in Seattle.
Yeah.
We knew he was good,
Yeah.
but to
He is
see
good.
him
Yeah.
go to the number one and continue to get the output, I think that's been a really nice.
He had 27 fantasy points. Sam Darnold actually had 27 fantasy points as well too. So both of them did pretty good.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
the only thing is, if you look at the scouting reports, a lot of the secondary at Tampa Bay were all out or injured. So you knew that a lot of times Jackson Smith would just do really well.
Yeah.
Hey, George Pickens is number 2 on the
Mhm.
wide receivers. That
Yeah.
guy,
Mhm.
I bet not a lot of people had that. That's pretty impressive.
I mean, Dak Prescott's a good, right? Like Dak Prescott's a good argument for picking a quarterback later in the rounds
Yeah.
because if you remember, both him and Sam Darnold was around towards the end, and both of them were putting up some good numbers this year.
Hey,
Oh,
your
Jim,
guy
I have a
Marvin,
lot of Dak Prescott. He's done
yeah,
really well for me.
Yeah.
your guy Marvin Harrison is not that far off. He's a number 11 for the season. He's one slot ahead of Justin Jefferson. So you gotta just hang on.
Yeah, look, like he's no Christian McCaffrey. I mean, I would say I haven't really paid attention to McCaffrey's numbers, but
Yeah,
20
McCaffrey's number
points at
one.
least. Right? Oh, yeah. Is he number one?
For
Yeah.
running backs, he's number one. Then
Yeah. No.
Achane, man, actually, that Achane or however you pronounce that on
Achan.
Miami, Achane
Achan.
on Miami, he's
Yeah.
number 2. And then
Is he
Jonathan Taylor,
really?
yeah,
How about this?
Jonathan
I have
Taylor
not.
makes
You would
sense.
think Jonathan. I would think Jonathan Taylor was number one. I wouldn't think Achan would be up
Wait,
there.
did I do this right? No, yeah, it's got Achane as
Yeah.
number 2, and then Jonathan Taylor, Gibbs, Barkley, Hampton. Those all make sense. Henry,
Mm.
Scattaboo. Hey, we talked about Scattaboo. I
Yeah.
drafted
Yeah.
and dropped him. If I had held him, he's been
Yeah.
paying out too. Although he had a bad fumble the other day.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
So
Jed, you
yes.
know who seems to be coming up down? Judkins from Cleveland.
Yes.
He's
Oh,
been
he's
doing
good.
really
I'm
well.
glad I've gotten him.
Yeah, Jimmy's got
Yeah,
him. Yeah,
Judkins is good.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's good to go.
I picked up Judkins when he was on the waiver wire in so many of my leagues because I was like, I'm going to take a chance on this guy. I think he's going to be pretty good.
Yeah. Well, the very fact that they ran so well against Minnesota has a great run defense, and he just kept running over everyone. He just did a very good job yesterday.
Yeah. Well, okay. So Tommy and I were playing against each other in the league, and Jordan Anderson. I was like, "What the heck is going on with Jordan Anderson?" Right.
Yeah.
So he didn't play much in the second quarter. He was benched for the first quarter, and then he went off on the second half, and
Yeah.
so that's how I ended up beating him. But I was so happy about that.
Did you hear about why he got benched for the first quarter?
Didn't he like skip a practice or
No, they
something
were
like
in
that?
London, and he went
Yeah.
sightseeing on his own. He said,
Oh,
"I'm
did
not
he
going to
really?
sightsee with the team. I'm going to go sightseeing on my own." And so they benched him for a quarter. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah. 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 Well, it's kind of like, did you hear about the Mark Sanchez incident?
Oh man, yeah, what a
Yeah,
that guy's
like
serious trouble.
somebody
I thought he's
stabbed
gonna
him, but
get
it's
fired. He's gonna
yeah,
get
but
fired.
he was really the one who was like drunk and he was like instigating it from these guys.
It
Yeah.
was because that
Yeah.
he didn't like where that guy was parked. That was the basic gist of the whole thing. Was he
Yeah.
didn't think that guy should be parked there. It's like
Yeah, and he was supposed to do the game yesterday, but you're right. I think Fox is going to end up letting him go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Speaking of what you guys think in terms of the London game, Gabriel, rookie quarterback, he did okay,
Hey.
192 yards, 2 touchdowns.
OU, former OU guy, also part Filipino guy. So I'm, as much as I don't like the Browns, I'm rooting for Dylan Gabriel.
well, you don't think Shadir Sanders is just waiting to take over from this guy?
I think there's a reason they're not
Yeah.
playing Sanders. If Sanders was able to beat Gabriel, he'd be out there, but he didn't. So
Do you guys think here I'm looking at Do you think the running back out of Washington is legit? Because he did pretty well. He's going to be up
Yes, I
there.
do. He
Yeah.
seems Merritt, Jackson Merritt. I think a lot of
Yeah.
things he's legit, especially if Jaden Daniels plays. He has a very good chance of doing well. Him and
Mhm.
Debo Samuel are just excellent on their team.
That game, I don't know if you guys watched that game. It was so weird. It was like Washington was a totally different team. They had the right before the half, they made a great last minute, minute 30-second drive to get that field goal to tie it up
Yeah.
10-10. But they did not look good the first half, and then the second half, they just dominated. It was like a totally different
Yeah.
team.
Yeah.
I don't know, it was really weird.
Guys, okay, so I'm looking at this right now, week 6 waiver wires. Here's
Mhm.
all the running backs who are injured right now. Omarion Hampton out. Bucky Irvin out. Chuba Hubbard out. Jalen Warren out. Aaron Jones is out. Trey Benson, Tyrone Tracy, Joe Mixon, Miles Sanders, Braylon Allen. And then this week by is Jordan Mason, Nick Chubb, and Woody Marks. That's a lot of running backs that are out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think a lot of times we were talking about at the beginning of the year when we were drafting, you want to pick up those running backs because there's not as much. There's a lot of wide receivers, but compared to running backs,
Yeah.
so hold off on the quarterbacks, hold off on the wide receivers, load up on your running backs.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the question I want to ask you guys, waiver wires. DeMarcado going forward or Michael Carter?
I like
I actually think
DeMarcado.
yeah, but I think it also comes down to matchup as well too. It could be anyone's game.
That's a
Mhm.
good point. That's a
Yeah.
good point. But I mean, remember, DeMarcado, if not for that stupid fumble, he would have had a pretty big day. So, like, I think the fact
Yeah.
that the
Yeah.
Cardinals still stuck to the running game. And by the way, Kyler Murray, without anyone noticing, top 5 quarterback for the season so far. So if you got him really late, and he's paying out.
Mm.
But yeah, I like DeMarcado.
Did you watch the Tennessee game? They won, and Calvin Ridley, who a lot of people have been dropping, did pretty good as well too.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. Calvin
Yeah,
Ridley's
but
good. Yeah.
yeah, the only problem with the Tennessee game is the Arizona Cardinals were just that bad. Tennessee should not have been doing well. They were just terrible at the end. Did you see that interception that ended up being the touchdown? I mean, they just completely lost the game. And Cam Ward did okay with Calvin Ridley,
Mhm.
but he should have never gotten that far.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm looking at other wide receivers on the waiver wire that's available for pickup. Wendell Robinson, Cooper Kupp, Romeo Dobbs, Matthew Golden, Jawan Jennings, Calvin Ridley. Those guys are like the top
I'll
ones
look
that are
at
still
this
out
guy.
there.
The one person that are you guys concerned about Derrick Henry? He has not gotten the yardage. Touchdown heavy, touchdown
Yeah,
dependent,
true.
but your yardage continues to be very, very low.
Is Brock Purdy coming back? Because if Brock Purdy's back, I'd pick up Jawan Jennings.
I
Hey,
don't
look,
know.
Mac Jones is doing really well, Jed. I
That's
mean,
true.
they have
That's
not
true.
skipped a beat. They have not skipped a beat since he left.
But I'm saying like Purdy always liked Jennings, so I don't know where he seems to always find him. So that's the only thing.
I just need Pearsall to come back. Pearsall is just sitting on because he's injured as well too.
Yeah. You know who I
Yeah.
missed is and I know you guys like him, is Puka Nakua. Now that he's been healthy, he's been looking great.
Yes. Yeah. Sometimes I wish we can go back and do the draft over again. That was a bad draft. But I mean, I'm doing pretty good in like 2 or 3 leagues, but those 2 and 3 leagues, I have some good veterans on there. And I didn't
You
go
just have to
straight
wait.
into like McMillan hasn't come. Yeah, I know, but but now like one of my leagues, I'm like 0 and 5, and the other one's 1 and 4. I gotta take over Tommy's strategy, which is like start training some players, just get enough to get into the playoffs and hope that things will kind of work itself out. That's what
Yeah,
I need to start doing.
You
that's
want
a
to
good
pick
suggestion. No, I was just gonna say for anyone who's 0 and 5, you got to start swinging a little bit for the fences here. Like you can't wait. And so to me, like a
Yeah.
Rashee Rice, look at Rashee Rice, who's going to be coming back weeks after week 6 is available, right? So like you need some
Yeah.
folks who you can take some hits on and then like swing a little bit for the fences. Go ahead, Tommy.
Yeah. Yeah.
you're going to lose anyway. So if you have one good player, don't hang on to that one good player. Trade him and look at Ayuk, look at all those guys, and then see exactly what happens.
Yeah,
Look,
yeah,
Jalen Waddle. A lot of times it's with Tyreek Hill. Jalen Waddle will be your number one wide receiver going
yeah,
forward.
yeah.
So from that
Like
point, look at
like
it.
one of my teams, like you said, I got Jameer Gibbs, right? So I was like, I need to start using Jameer Gibbs to get if I can get like 3 okay
Mhm,
players
mhm.
who's gonna pop, that's what I want to do, and I'll get rid of that Jameer Gibbs. So Tom, in that league
Oh, I'll
with
take that
Intech and
trade.
all those guys, I need to make a trade. Yeah, I'll give you guys Jameer Gibbs.
Hey, I'll say one thing. Other thing
Because
this year that I've been doing is more than I've done before is play 2 tight ends. So like playing a tight end in the flex spot. Like I don't
Yeah,
remember doing that as much as I have this year. In particular, I know one team I think I've got Hunter Henry and I think Laporta on the same team, and so I've been playing
yeah.
both of
Laporta did
those.
well yesterday,
He
actually.
did, he did.
Yeah, yeah. My hit is this year, Lamar Jackson just has not done well, right? Like, outside of Josh Allen, the top quarterbacks, Jalen Hurts is okay. But you know what? They've also been announcing injuries towards the last minute. And like Brock Bowers yesterday he declared out towards the end. Like, if you're not paying attention before some of these games start, like I don't know about you, like if I'm at church and I'm not paying attention and I get out of church and I look at it, it gets me so frustrated.
Hey, Justin
Yeah.
Herbert's been a nice surprise at QB. It's another guy. Remember, we thought they'd be running the ball a lot. They are throwing it a lot more than we thought. And we talked about
Yeah.
what's his name, Quentin Johnston. Like he's like held up. That guy seems to be. That was a good pickup for anyone who got him,
Yeah.
really late.
Yeah, but McConkey, Lad McConkey did really well yesterday. So Johnston didn't do as well. Oh,
yeah.
Cubs almost hit a home run and they took it off
Oh,
the wall.
darn it!
Yeah, but it would have just been a one run home run, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, everything's working towards Milwaukee.
yeah. Jed, the only thing with Justin Herbert is a lot of times he's lost Slatery, one of his offensive tackle, out for the year. Joe Alt, who is their magnificent other tackle, is out for at least a couple of weeks. And so suddenly now Omari and Hampton, and he's springing it around over to Keenan Allen, Johnston, McConkey, with a lot of times Allen and Johnson doing really well. But they've struggled the last couple games. They were just terrible over at Washington. And so that's my
Mhm.
concern a lot of times with Justin Herbert.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair, and that's a good pickup. I wonder who they're playing next week. That might be a good pick, a good upset pick.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the Bears got 2 straight Monday Night Football games. They got Washington Commanders next week and rematch for last year's Week 8 game, and then they got Minnesota again the 2
Yeah,
weeks later after that. Yeah.
that Washington game is a good.
I'm hoping
That's a barometer
I
test.
am hoping that they will revenge the loss and they're going to go hard after Jaden Daniels. But Jaden Daniels hasn't been doing too good. But yesterday he did actually pretty good. So like Terry McLaurin, he should be coming back soon. He's somebody who I would consider potentially trading for because he's just sitting on somebody's bench or IR right now.
Yep.
Yeah. Jim, your Bo Nix trade to me has been great. I love Bo Nix.
Well, Nix is doing pretty good. Thanks. Right that week when I traded Tommy Bull Nix, Joe Burrow went out. I was so
Who'd you
pissed. I
trade
was
him
so
for?
upset.
Who'd you trade him
You
for?
know what? I don't remember. Do you remember, Tom?
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't remember.
All I know is I wanted Bo Nix.
Yeah.
I'm a
That's
big Bo Nix fan.
that's such a cool name, Bo Nix.
Who? Okay, so the teams that surprised me this year, kind of maybe not, but they got 2 good coaches, right? Sean Payton and Denver Broncos, and New England, and what's his name? Who's the coach of New England right now? Former linebacker Mike
Mike
Vrabel.
Vrabel. Yeah.
Mike Vrabel. They got 2 good coaches. That's why they're doing so well. But those guys are gonna. I think they're gonna make the playoffs.
We'll see. My oldest son
Yeah.
will be really happy if what you said is true.
Yeah.
Mm.
Hey, we probably want looking at this week's upcoming game, Thursday night game, Philadelphia Eagles at New York Giants. Dart is not bad, but then the Philadelphia offense has really struggled. Like AJ Brown, he has not gotten it going, and also a lot of times they're loading up the line. So then now the running backs can't done anything.
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley is just not the same.
I like how the wide receivers seem to always be complaining. Devontae Smith did well yesterday, but AJ Brown keeps complaining because he's not getting the ball. But I was like, maybe AJ Brown should be catching those balls.
I would look for a bounce back game from Philly. I'd take Philly in that game.
Yeah, yeah. Jackson Dart's not bad. He just threw 2 interceptions, which literally brought his total per day from like about 20 points all the way to like 14, 15. So that was frustrating.
Yeah. If we look at next week's games, the London game is Denver against New York Jets. You know that one's going to be a winner. Arizona, Indianapolis. You know Indianapolis will be a winner. LA Rams will kill the Baltimore Ravens. The
Hmm.
Baltimore Ravens defense has been utterly terrible, and so a lot of times
Yeah.
they seem to do really.
But they
Really
have a
well.
lot of people injured, but they have a lot of all-stars. Like their secondary, they got Malachi Starks, they've got who is it? Who's the other guy that they have that was really good last year? Kyle, whatever his name is, you know? But I'm surprised how bad they are. Roquan Smith is going to be out for a few games. So yeah, they hope I wonder if they're going to bring Lamar Jackson back. I think they might wait another week before he comes back again.
Yeah. But the key game over the next weekend is Detroit Lions against the Kansas City Chiefs. That should be a very good game for Sunday night.
Yeah. Kansas City is about to score right now. I'm just watching them right now.
Yeah. Jet, even as we look at next week's lineups, are there any upsets that you're potentially looking at? Like, for instance, Seattle against Jacksonville. Look, I mean, right now, I actually I don't even see the numbers on it, but there's a good chance that Seattle might win against Jacksonville here.
Yeah, I could see that. Again, we think Seattle's been playing. I mean, that's to me, that's probably going to be a toss-up game, really. That's a good question on any good upsets. Honestly, I'm gonna kind of say no, only because we got so many upsets this week, and usually like it kind of goes up and down. You get all the upsets one week, then like the following week, you're not seeing anything in the same vein. So I'm not seeing anything that jumps out to me as upset
Yeah.
potential.
Jet, the only one that I'm looking at, LA Chargers against Miami Dolphins. With LA with everyone out, Miami is at plus 175 right now. They may have a good chance. They did decently without Tyreek Hill this past week.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, Waddle's been, more than adequate. We just talked about Achan. He's actually top 5 fantasy
Yeah.
wise. So I like that. That's essential there.
Mm.
Actually, the 49ers Bucks, if you consider it an upset of the 49ers beating the Bucks. Yeah, it looks like the Bucks are 2.5-point favorites. So I
Yeah.
could see the 49ers winning that.
My only thing is that I think it also depends on Brock Purdy if he's coming back, right? If you got Brock Purdy, a healthy Juwan Jennings, Pearsall, McCaffrey, they can actually do pretty good. The only problem is you don't know what's going to happen to those wide receivers as well, too.
Hey, Washington's a 4.5 favorite, so technically the Bears winning would be an upset. I could see that.
Yeah. Is it in Washington or is it in Chicago? It's in Washington, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's in Washington.
Yeah. I would love Kansas City just scored. I think it's Pacheco who might have scored.
Wow,
Nope,
that's a
Kareem
big.
Hunt.
Okay, here's my
Huh?
tip of the day.
Kareem Hunt. Yeah.
Here's my tip of the day on the Bears Commanders game. The spread is 50.5. Not the spread, the over under is 50.5 points. One of the best bets this season has been under 24 points in the first half. So you can get that bet in a lot of games, and it's a pretty safe bet because 24 points it's just a difficult number to get to get over that. You've got to get at least like 4 scores and like 4 touchdowns, in fact. So take a look at that as your over under for the first half as a bet for the Bears Commanders team.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah.
That's a good bet. That's a good bet. Yeah. So, Jet, let me ask you a quick question. When you do your parlays, you like 4 to 6 in terms of your parlays?
Yeah, like 4 to 6 picks, because when you're talking
Yeah.
4 to 6 picks, like the 1 to 6 ratio, you're almost getting usually you're getting like a time multiple of times, maybe let's say 6 to 10 on like what your payout is. And then it's not like, to me, let's say like if I do a one, well, actually what I really like is even like a 3 pick parlay or a 4 pick parlay. All you got to think to hit is if you did that 4 times, would you win at least twice? So like in my
Mm-hmm.
head, I'm like, I can do that 2 out of 4, or like 1 out of 3 if I did that 3 times, if I can hit twice. So that's kind of the way my thinking is to like get to the win. Because once you get to like 1 in 10, it's like a lottery ticket, right? Like
Yeah.
you're just trying to hit. Now, if you're only doing it for a couple bucks, that's fine. But if you're putting like
Yeah,
decent
yeah,
money on it, like it's kind of scary.
yeah.
Now, Jed, do you like to do same game parlays or do you like to do 4 separate games?
I love same game. I love when I do parlays where it doesn't matter who wins, where it's really just based on player performance or some point totals like the one I just said. So I like those because I think who actually wins or loses is can be hard to predict. So playing to player stats is a lot more, I think, up our alley, especially if,
Yeah.
for us, like we kind of are following what those numbers are, what we think those numbers are going to
Yeah.
be, and so a lot of times you can make those bets easier. I love the
Yeah.
touchdown one. You guys know I love betting the touchdown one, and now, Tom, because of you, I've been betting more of the double touchdowns. Like that's a pretty interesting bet, making a 2 touchdown bet on a person.
Like
Oh, yeah.
Jonathan Taylor yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially, like, for instance, if you know for a fact, like LA Rams are playing Baltimore Ravens, you know for a fact Puka Nacua will probably get a touchdown. You just know. And Kyrie Williams will probably get a touchdown against the Baltimore defense.
Yep. So pick one of the 2 of those guys to get 2, and there you go. That's a pretty nice bet.
Yeah.
Um,
Jed, by the way, Oklahoma, Mateer,
Hey.
he's been doing really well.
Yeah, but still, yeah, I'm worried about this. So this is the Red River rivalry this coming Saturday, which is their huge matchup against Texas. Texas dropped; they're out of the rankings now. Arch Manning, if you guys haven't been paying attention, everyone's down on Arch Manning, which is good because the Sooners' #1 quarterback is out, hand injury, had a, he's coming back, but he's still got a couple more weeks to go. So I'm really worried, but I think the Sooners might be, if they could pull this off and get out of this and get a tier back, we'll be in good shape. But they're ranked #5 now, so.
I'm surprised both Penn State as well as Texas is out of the rankings because both of them were highly regarded coming into the season.
Yeah. Oregon, watch him. The quarterback, I gotta look it up. He is a Heisman Trophy candidate, and also the Indiana quarterback as well too. Both of them are really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Indiana, that was a good game to bet. Indiana, when Indiana played Illinois, that was a really good game to bet because Illinois was way overhyped, and so that you could have made a lot of money on that one.
Hey, Illinois is number 11. They're back in the rankings.
Yeah, they came back.
Yeah. That's because they keep playing other scrub teams like Purdue and some of these scrub teams. That's why they keep winning, is because they play those teams.
Yeah.
Anyways, can I digress about 2 things?
Sure.
One, NBA and NBC is coming back on the 21st of October, so Jordan's coming back. And then
Oh, yes,
supposedly
as a
tomorrow,
commentator.
yeah, and supposedly tomorrow, LeBron's making a big announcement, whatever that crap
retire.
guy.
Gonna
Yeah. You think
retire. That's
he's
what they
announcing
said.
that he's retiring?
That's
Yeah,
what
this
they
is his
say.
last year.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what everyone
Yeah.
thinks. That's the guess.
Jed, because of LeBron's ego, he is gonna retire, and it will be his last year because he wants every single team to give him a retirement ceremony to celebrate. That's how big his ego is.
But you gotta say the guy deserves it. I mean, he's pretty darn good. So I think
Man, I
He's
am
not
not a
like
LeBron fan.
Jordan,
I
who will just sit there and
cannot
say, "I'm
stand
done."
LeBron.
He wants everyone to
Yeah.
celebrate him, and so he wants to make it big and announcement so that everyone can celebrate him. That's the part that I can't stand about him.
Well, I bet he's trying to make money off of it is the big thing. So
Hey, guys, you're right. Are you watching this game right now? Jacksonville could potentially win 28-24, Kansas City, but they're near the 30-yard, their 25-yard line.
There are 48 seconds left,
okay.
and they have to score a
Oh,
touchdown.
they just caught the, yeah. Yeah, they do have to score a touchdown.
All right. Hey,
Yeah.
we'll watch the game. So thank you very much, and we'll talk soon, everyone.
Good seeing you guys.
All right, later. Take care. Bye.